before it happens. And there's a whole story of Butler in there and Eisenhower, of course, because here's what the deal is. After everything else fails, they take you to war.
Oh, yeah.
And they're ready to take us to war. And what you're seeing going on in Europe is a prelude to it.
I agree. I got people from Ireland.
Social systems are breaking down. And they're going to teach us to hate somebody else.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Look how they taught us how to hate those Vietnamese. And now I see Hillary Clinton over there telling them that we're going to protect them in their battle with China over the Spratly Islands.
You know, we did that before, and what happened? You know, look at what happened to thousands and thousands of American men and women over there and things like that. I am so tired of them putting our American people, our young youth, out there in this war machine and watching them come back crippled, maimed, mentally, screwed up in their head because it's what's happened to them. At young age, they've just destroyed their life. They're not taught, who are you? Go find who you are. This is what we do. This is a machine. Go out there, fight for us. We want our money. You know, right now our planet I see is on major global resource control. What do you see?
Yeah. You know, the banks are in control of the whole deal.
Right. It's perpetual war, and that's what they want.
And the banks are in control of the whole system.
They want us to fear.
With these latest revelations about where our money went to. And Wall Street has hijacked Washington.
With the Rothschilds at the top.
All of them. All of them. You know, the Goldman Sachs gang. There's an article in Sunday's New York Times in the magazine section, and it's entitled "The Least Hated Banker in America," and it's this guy Jamie Dimon. Well, you know, the New York Times calls itself the paper of record. When you read this story, it's the toilet paper of record. The guy that wrote the story, as you're reading on and on and on, he has a little disclaimer that his mommy and Jamie Dimon's mommy and daddy are the best of friends.
Okay.
And then you really should go there. Go to the New York Times magazine Sunday and look up Dimon, D-I-M-O-N, and read the story and then read the comments.
I'm going to do that as soon as we're done here. That's for sure.
9 out of 10 comments they want to hang this guy.
Well, speaking
it got up to 138 comments. And the toilet paper record stopped the comments from coming in. They were so disastrous.
Speaking of hanging people, what do you take on the Assange situation of WikiLeaks?
Oh yeah.
I mean, could you imagine this? Interpol. I mean, check it out. Interpol looking for this guy, arresting him under the allegations, and I've read everything that I could get my hands on about this.
Yeah, me too.
That he may not have used a condom or broke one intentionally. I'd be doing time probably for about 30 times over.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Every guy I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Meanwhile, they're sending predator drones, the CIA, into Pakistan, extrajudicial killings.
Yep.
The wars are raging in Afghanistan. The war still goes on in Iraq.
Right.
How many Americans have been killed so far because of this war? Almost 4,500 in Iraq. Over what? How many? Well over 1,000 in Afghanistan. 1,500 or so. How about all these banks that are robbing us blind? And here they are. They're arresting a guy because he didn't use a rubber.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Instead of talking about the information that he let out.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
True.
And the information is this. Oh, by the way, go to our website, trendsjournal.com. Go to the media blog. I was on Fox a week ago. They had a CIA guy there, you know, and 4 other people ganging up against me.
Of course.
Because I was saying that I was all in favor of these WikiLeaks.
He's
doing no different than the
Kennedy.
New York Times did with the Pentagon Papers. He didn't steal the information.
Right.
He's just putting it out there. And the information is this. The world leaders, Berlusconi, Sarkozy, Obama, Merkel, you go down the list. They're a bunch of buffoons, crooks, liars, thieves, lowlifes, and suck-ups. And that's what the WikiLeaks are proving.
That's right.
These are words from our diplomats.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they're saying. This is what they're doing. They want to cover it up because, as I said before, these are the same people in high school and college that were the incompetents and the inepts that only wanted to tell us what to do. They're now in the position of doing it. And that's what the WikiLeaks are doing. They're exposing the levels of thievery, corruption, criminality, the buffoons, the lightweights, the suck-ups, and the lowlives that are calling themselves presidents and prime ministers.
What this man is doing right here is exactly what President Kennedy said in his speech. We are not supposed to shun away from all these tyrannies and all of this stuff and disinformation. We're supposed to get the information. We're supposed to put it out to the people for the truth, because this government is supposed to be run by us, the people, not the politicians. But right now, it's the other way around. So, as far as I'm concerned, an individual such as yourself, you're a true patriot for this country. You have people out there, you're waking up people, you're touching their hearts in ways that most people can't. And we're just totally proud that you were able to, come on our show and everything and talk and say the things you've had, because this does make a difference, sir. It makes a big difference.
Well, thank you. And so do you. And all of us together, we could have the kind of country that we deserve. One that brings it back to a time when it was a nation of quality and courage, a nation of morality and beauty, instead of this bottom-line mentality and ongoing war, fear, and terror. And by the way, beauty is the antidote to fear, and that's all they're instilling upon us. Beauty doesn't lie in the eye of the beholder. It lies in the behavior. And we need for this country to come back the way it should be. We have to bring those aspects of life back. Every person needs to regain their dignity and think for themselves and not have anyone else think for them.
Yeah, I agree. Nate?
I think this country's full of dependency now, and the government wants that.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're trying to dumb down our population, and that's why every aspect that we look at, they're attacking us at.
Every single aspect.
Right. It's our food, it's our entertainment, everything that we look at, they're attacking us. And so it's up to us to get that word out, that the right word. You veterans, my line is that anybody, that any of these politicians that want to go to war, Obama, I'm on Twitter. Twitters are the Borscht Belt of the one-liners of the 21st century. I love them. Yeah. And Obama's over in Afghanistan talking about, victory at hand. Well, stay out of the White House, get on the white horse, and let's let these commanders-in-chief lead the troops. You're going to call yourself a commander-in-chief, and Gates, you get over there too. Lead the troops.
Yeah, I agree.
Go out there like Napoleon did. Go out there like Alexander the Great. Don't tell me you're a commander-in-chief. Save it for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Go out there and fight. Anybody that wants the war, send your money, send your kids, send yourself, send your wives, or keep your mouth shut.
How many politicians got their kids in the war out there?
Exactly. And how many politicians have fought in the war?
None.
They're big, brave souls. Let Hillary's little baby, Chelsea, get her out there. Put her in the front lines.
Hooah.
And that's what you guys need to say. Get the commander-in-chief over there and get Bush over there, too. Get them all over there.
I agree.
Get them over there. Get them in the front lines. Let them lead the charge or shut their mouths.
And let's see how they come back and how they act when they walk back into this society. It's really interesting. During Vietnam, the people that came back, we didn't get very much respect when we come back. As a matter of fact, the lady that gave me my coffee and my donut took a drink of my coffee and a bite of my donut. And since she was pretty, I said, well, thank you very much. But it was a derogatory statement. Thank God we got people out here right now that are turning around and celebrating these soldiers that are coming back from the wars that we're having now, because these are true patriots.
Yeah, these guys, like you said, you know the deal.
Oh yeah.
And they believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're being lied to. Every time you hear the word that they're making progress equals stalemate, and the next after that is defeat. They're not making progress. They're losing.
Well, especially when the systems